God in front of all of them. Then he broke it and began to eat. They were all encouraged and ate some food themselves. And just say, do you give thanks when you're in the presence of others? Just think about it. It's not a yes or no question to say out loud or do. Just think about it. And the times that you don't, why is it that you don't do it? Is it a shame? Is it like, oh, we got people around, let me say quick, God, thank you for the food, amen. Just pop your head up. Is it a shame? Because God says, if you're ashamed of me, I'll be ashamed of you before my Father. And like I said, growing up, a lot of times making the decision wasn't because I was scared of consequences from school or whatever. It was consequences from Pastor Dad and Pastor Mom. Amen. And not so much the punishment, but just the look of, you know better. You knew better. And when you look at that, it's like, I did. And then, lost the trust. Now you have to work even harder to get that back. Because we're all human. We're all human. It's like if you have curfew, you say be home by midnight or whatever, and you come home by 12:30, and you broke curfew. Consequences, right? So now I want some suspension or whatever, some type of punishment. And then when they say, okay, off punishment, now you have to make more of an effort to show that you can abide by the rules. Amen? You have to earn that back. And earning back might be, hey, it used to be 12, now it's 11. Or it might be 10. Amen? But you have to show and prove yourself again. So we cannot be ashamed to show God, to show what we stand for out to the public. Be that witness. Amen? We're not telling you to throw the Bible at everybody. We're not saying you don't have to do that, but just act how Christ will act. Because if you do that, people will approach you, and people have, in probably everybody's life, say there's something different about you. Or as soon as they say, oh yeah, I go to church, they go, that explains it. I knew something was different. Now, you don't have to go and say, my name is so-and-so, I'm a Christian. They will see your light if it's shining. Amen? And it says, when I think about being ashamed, so many times in the morning I'm out front when the kids are getting dropped off because I just love seeing teenagers in their morning faces. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Everybody's so happy to be there, right, Mr. Walker? Everybody's so happy. Like, I just love being here every single day. And every day I'm out there saying good morning to them as they walking in and just smiling. Why are you out here? Why can't you stand here? I was like, hey, this is waking me up. It's all good. But it's amazing because sometimes parents will drive by, or older siblings, and they'll roll down the window, yell, I love you, I love you. And the kids are just like, would you please go on? And then I'm like, love it, love it. They'll blow horns and just embarrass them, right? And kids secretly are like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. But you have to be careful because there's some kids that just wish they had somebody who cared that much to show that love out expressively. Amen. Secretly, they might be like, oh my gosh. It's like, again, things can always get worse. 1 minute they're just saying, I love you. Next minute they're calling the school and say, hey, you want me to chaperone your next dance? And then next thing you know, you got mom and dad cutting a rug out there on the middle of the dance floor. So levels of embarrassment, be careful. Amen. Don't worry, Z. We got the Grippers about to do something at the next ball and prom. So, and you too, Dom. Ron is going to get out there too. But again, just to show, again, they're showing their love. Even in a jokingly way, out in public, they're showing love. People are turning. I'm laughing because I love it, because a lot of times kids don't get the I love you. They get the constant, stop doing this, stop doing that. So they're getting yelling. And it's like there's something wrong when you're yelling at a kid more so than you're talking to a kid or showing appreciation, showing support. That's why every time when I'm walking around, I'm just talking to kids just in general. I'm not talking to you because you're waiting for you to do something wrong. You could have just got suspended last week, been out for 10 days. I'm right there, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Oh, Rod, you going to give me the cold shoulder? No, that's not what I'm here for. The young lady did that. I went and grabbed a bag of ice and threw it on my shoulder. I said, okay, now I'm giving you the cold shoulder. I said, you made a mistake. That's not for me to decide and get on you. That's what your parents are for. I'm here to support you and help you to do better. If you recognize your mistake and you do better, hey, we're all good. I don't have to sit over you and watch over you and do what that. You can ask anybody here that goes to school. I'm not quick to hound them. I'm just talking to them on just everyday kind of stuff. Amen? Because I figure if you build a rapport and a relationship with that student, when something does hit the fan, they're more than likely either to come and confide in you, or I've had kids have my back when I'm dealing with other kids. Hey, watch them out. What do you, oh, hey, that's Rod, that's Mr. Rod. No, And you know what? Thank you, And it's amazing, too, in the culture and the generation that we live in. Again, like I said, pray over your kids because just pray. Amen. Just pray. Because the way that things are going, I'm just waiting for God to come in and just clean house. Amen. So just pray over your kids and make sure you're building that relationship with them. Amen. And when it says, when we give thanks in public, it does two things. It means you're thankful to God and you want Him to bless it when you're praying over your food. And it shows that you honor God in the world by giving thanks. Amen. And if we can go quickly to Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. It says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. Amen. So again, I pray that you guys have enjoyed the word. I pray that you got something out of it. I want to say